A host of politicians will now have to look in different directions, perhaps, and also look ahead. And after the BBI process has now been buried, most of their political decisions were pegged on the outcome of today's judgment. President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga have already declared that they will not appeal the verdict at the Supreme Court. Here now is NTV's senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi, who looks at the options for the political class following the court's decision.
Politicians who are pegging their 2022 hopes on a favorable outcome at the Court of Appeal will have to quickly change their tact and focus on how to win next year's elections. The Court of Appeal decision also means those seeking the presidency and were hoping to distribute seats according to positions proposed in the BBI will now have to find alternative ways to lure others to support them. President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga have been banking on a positive outcome in the hope of attracting political players to form a large coalition. On Tuesday this week, Odinga had asked the country to prepare for a bigger coalition.
Tutangoja uamuzi ya mahakama ya mambo ya BBI, sawa? Wakiamua vizuri, sawa. Wakiamua vingine, sawa. Lakini nobody can stop.
For the One Kenya Alliance, the BBI outcome was some sort of a do-or-die race, as their power structure was largely pegged on positive news from the courts.
As an alliance that believes in the rule of law, we shall accept and respect the verdict of the courts. Irrespective of the outcome, we wish to restate that our resolve to be the leadership committed to seeing a One Kenya shall continue.
Odinga this week indicated he would not appeal the decision of the Court of Appeal if it did not go his way, indicating he was now focused on 2022.
Court nyalongado. Nyadiri, nyalongado ni mondo BBI o dime. Nyalongado ka court bachelo cha. Ni chunge. BBI tumano kekikuwa.
Yes.
BBI no kwa watu kwa watu okete baasha moro.
Yes.
Ukishungulungu ni ring fencing.
Yes.
Wadi yime. Wadi manyimenya kwa maki serikali manyian.
Yes.
Ikakunde kuro chako dogo wajima BBI.
This evening, Odinga issued a statement noting it was time to move on. In the statement, Odinga notes this is not an indication of our regard to this noble initiative. Far from that, we feel that we must now see the forest for the trees and pursue the bigger goal of setting the rest of the issues facing this country right. The Building Bridges initiative was never a destination but a journey in an ever-evolving way of life. Without a doubt, we shall deal with all the issues in the months and years that will unfold onwards. Odinga continues, it is likely that today's Court of Appeal ruling is not the end of the conversation, and the parties involved will each make their own decisions on how to proceed from the decision that has been delivered today. Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru notes, Kenya will go on. BBI intended well, but we must respect the constitutional authority of the courts and find other legitimate means to achieve Kenya's unity and prosperity. And for some of us, it's time for serious introspection on the political way forward. Amani National Congress Party leader Musalia Mudavadi, in an address this evening, has welcomed the decision, calling on Kenyans to now forge ahead.
We should all unanimously, as a united people, focus on more pressing matters that are crying out for attention. We cannot live a dream forever. At one point, we must wake up to the reality and move on.
For Deputy President William Ruto, it is time to bask in the glory of the BBI downfall, which has been one of his headaches since inception.
To our friends who are used to the business of changing the constitution so that they can share positions and share power and share whatever they are sharing, we are telling them The time is here, and Kenyans have made a decision. It doesn't matter how many meetings you have. It doesn't matter whatever coalition you build. There is already an alliance of the people of Kenya that have said we will engage in an economic revolution.
The DP asking proponents of the BBI to put it behind them and face him in the coming election.
The die is cast. Hakuna vile wanaweza kurudisha haya maneno nyuma.
All eyes will now shift to the Supreme Court to see if there will be anyone knocking on the door for an appeal. Kennedy Muredi, NTV.